Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we will be doing my second NRL preview of 2023, and today we will be doing the New Zealand Warriors. This will be a similar video to the Panthers review yesterday, as I will be viewing all the teams that will be playing once and twice for the Warriors, how many days they play on each day, and what bye rounds and all that, etc. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The teams that will be playing the Warriors once for 2023 as following: the Panthers, Eels, Storm, Rabbitohs, Broncos, Titans, West Tigers, and Sea Eagles. And the teams playing the Warriors twice in the 2023 NRL season are the Knights, Roosters, Dolphins, Dragons, Cowboys, Raiders, Bulldogs, and Sharks. The Warriors will take up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday games throughout the 2023 NRL season. They will play 9 games on Friday, 9 games on Saturday, 5 games on Sunday, and 1 on Tuesday. The one Tuesday game is the annual Anzac clash against the Melbourne Storm on the 25th of April at 8 o'clock or 7:50, and they will have 5 day. So that for the 5-day turnarounds, they have 2, and their buys into 2023, my apologies, will be rounds 12, round 16, and round 22. For the 2023 NRL season, this will be the Warriors' first full season back in New Zealand for the first time since 2019, as from 2020 until last year, they were forced to seek in Australia due to the COVID crisis across the world, and as international borders between countries were ceased, and this included between Australia and New Zealand. So if the Warriors had wanted to play in the NRL, they were forced to quarantine in Tamworth before moving to the Central Coast in 2020, before moving up to Queensland at Moreton Daily Stadium and Sunshine Coast Stadium in Brisbane and Sunshine Coast for 2022. If they refused, they would have not been playing in the NRL, and the NRL would have been a bit different without them playing. But thanks to their noble sacrifice, they were finally able to go back to New Zealand or Mount Smart Stadium in last year's season, the first time since 2019, against the West Tigers, as they won their homecoming game 22 points to 2. But with the Warriors back in New Zealand, I think they're going to be a lot more better team. But anyways, across the 2023 NRL season, they will play 12 of their home games, or 11 of their home games in New Zealand. They will play 9 home games at Mount Smart Stadium. Not till round 4 is their first game. The other 2 home games in New Zealand will be Sky Stadium in Wellington, where they'll take on the Knights against the Knights in round 1. And the other home game they've got is McLean Park in Napier. They will be playing the Broncos in round 13 in Napier. And then the additional home game will be Magic Round, which is going to be a neutral event for every team for Magic Round. And they've got an additional away game in New Zealand against the West Tigers, playing at FNG Stadium, Waikato, sorry if I butchered that name, in Hamilton in round 24. So at least the Warriors will play half their games in New Zealand, and then the other half back in Australia in 2023. And I would like to say thank you for the New Zealand Warriors players for making all the noble sacrifices across the 3 seasons that they were forced in Australia. Now, I was hoping that every team would take at least a home game to New Zealand at some point, but only the Tigers managed to do that. But at least most of the teams will be playing back in New Zealand this season, as 4 teams will not be taking part in a game in New Zealand, and they are the Eels, the Panthers, the Storm, and the Gold Coast Titans. They are the 4 teams that will not play a game in New Zealand in 2023. As for the key games for the New Zealand Warriors, it's not really a certain team they play against I'm looking forward to, but I'm looking very interested to all the teams who are playing against the Warriors back in New Zealand. Whether it's at Mount Smart Stadium, Sky Stadium, F&G Hamilton Stadium, or whatever, or McLean Park in Napier. But I'm looking interested to see how the Warriors will go in 2023. Now, if I had to pick out one team I'm looking forward to playing them against, it will probably be the Newcastle Knights. Nothing in particular, like they're not really rivals, but I enjoy watching the Knights and Warriors as they clash against each other, and they will be playing each other twice in the 2023 season. Rounds 1 and 6, first one at Sky Stadium in Wellington, the capital of New Zealand, and then the other one in round 6 back at McDonald Jones Stadium. I think they're the two games I'm looking forward most with the Warriors, but every game in New Zealand with the Warriors I'm looking forward to this year. And also I believe the toughest period for the Warriors in 2023 will be between rounds 7 and 10. Now, why do I say round 7 and 10? Now, they don't have many Origin players, as most of the squad is Kiwi or has a Kiwi background. But between round 7 and 10, they will be playing 4 of the top 8 teams that made the top 8 last year. The first one is against the Cowboys in round 7 at Mount Smart Stadium. Round 8 against the Storm at Amy Park. Round 9 against the Roosters. They'll play the Roosters in round 2 as well, the Warriors, at Mount Smart Stadium. And then Magic Round against the back-to-back defending premiers, the Penrith Panthers, in round 10 at Magic Round. So that's a bit of a tough run, or a bit of a tough 4 weeks for the Warriors. I guess you can count the Bulldogs as well in round 11, but because they're getting so much hype behind them, honestly, those 4 games between round 7 and 10 will be the toughest for the Warriors. But also, on the way towards the end of the season, they've got a relatively good home. They've got a relatively not hard run. Like the last top 8 team they'll be playing for 2023 will be the Raiders in round 21, and then their last 5 games of the season will be against the Titans in round 23, Tigers in 24, Manly in 25, Dragons in 26, and then the newest club, the Dolphins, in round 27. So I think, so between those 4 weeks, that will be the Warriors' hardest period. And where do I see the Warriors finishing in 2023? Now, they've got a great squad, better squad than 2022, but I think a couple more of the bottom 8 teams done a bit better than them. So I don't see the Warriors going up too much. I think they'll still be a bottom 4 team, not wooden spoon contention, I don't think. Being back in New Zealand, they were back to their old selves before 2019 or 2020. But you can't trust the New Zealand Warriors. You can pick them. They're pretty much the most unpredictable side in the NRL, and they've been like that for the last couple of years. Like, you pick them for one game, they lose. You don't pick them for a tip in one game, and then they win. This is unbelievable. But I don't see the Warriors making the top 8 this year. Like, I think they could be if I had to pick a dark horse, I think this would be the team. I reckon the Warriors could make the 8, but I don't see them making the top 8. But I do definitely see them finishing between 12th to 15th. So they'll be doing a bit better, but not by much. Anyways, everyone, this will come towards the end of the New Zealand Warriors NRL 2023 preview. Like I said before, toughest period will be rounds 7 to 10 for the Warriors, as they'll be playing the Cowboys, the Storm, Panthers, and the Roosters and Panthers between rounds 7 and 10. And then they've got a relatively easy ending towards the season if they're fighting for the top 8. I'll be surprised if they do make the 8 and do improve greatly with the great squad they have. But we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, everyone, this will come towards the end of the video. I hope I can get you to consider subscribing to the channel. We are getting so close to 600 subscribers. We're only around 20 subscribers away till we reach 600. I would like to reach 600 before the end of January. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. So I'll be doing every other team preview before the end of January or start of February. Anyways, everyone, this will come towards the end of the video. I will be doing a different type of video next. That will be coming out in the next day or two. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.